that maybe the government is indeed bereft of ideas on how to solve the many problems that we're dealing with in the country. Is it time for the federal government to call for help? Also, should the government be given more time? Those are the stories that we're going to be focusing on this morning. So Fuad, welcome again. Let's hear your final thoughts on the stories.
All right. Well, again, I've always said it, and I think that's what the Punch newspaper major headline is saying. The fact that, look, the economic outlook of the government from day one, if you look at the statement of even in his inaugural speech, the president has said that, look, subsidy payment was draining revenue, was draining monies, federal allocation, so there are not enough monies to share. That's the reason why government cannot function properly and all of that. So one of the reasons really why subsidy was removed was that, look, instead of a few people cornering what was supposed to be the money of every other person, let's remove it so that monies can now be more available to government. And I think that has happened. That has been happening consistently. So you now have more money to government, but the question is, what has changed? So is it not ironical that, look, more monies are now available for government to share, but the people are getting poorer? And that's why we said that, look, if our corruption index is something we have to take seriously, then we have to question this idea of revenue drive as against ensuring probity and accountability.
Right.
Because again, it's about money. It's about money. Taxes are high, importers are lamenting, manufacturers are lamenting because custom duties are high, taxes everywhere. We want to widen the tax net. There's a tax reforms committee that is looking for everywhere and anywhere for government to make money. Subsidy has been removed now. There's more money to share and all of that. But the question is, can we trust? It's a question I've asked consistently. Can we trust the government? Because of our corruption index, see, nobody is saying that, look, money should not be available to government, or we should not show up revenue and begin to do away with excessive borrowing. But the question is, when we now make all of these monies, can we trust it at all levels? But again, in this one, it's even about the states now. Because what the paper has done is to show that, look, the percentage that is shared at level of FAC is a large chunk of it goes to the state and the local government. And I say, look, just add that of the local government to the state, because in truth, what is supposed to get to the local government don't get to them. We know, because in the past, attempts to even ensure that the local government get their money directly were fought to a standstill by the governor, because they want to maintain status quo. They want to be in control of the monies of the local government. And that was why the former president said that, look, they were stealing the monies of the local government. And that's what is still happening. Nothing has changed. So let us just lump what is supposed to get to the local government with that of the state. But the question is, how accountable are our governors? Is anybody? We are good almost on a daily basis. Is Tinubu? Yes, yes. Of course, we need to question what is happening at the federal level because of the enormous power and control at that level. But at the state level, the resources of the people that are domiciled in the hands of our different governors, what do they do with them? Even when they went to Abuja, said, oh, they are supposed to be the ones to be in charge of palliative. I said, look, these guys just want more money for the boys. At the end of the day, 2 billion was deployed. Waiting we see. So it is what it is. I think the government has to be more methodical in their approach to really bettering the lives of the people. Yes, they want more money. They want to get more money to share. But I think we have to do away with this idea of thinking that, look, the more money for government directly means better lives for the people. No, you can't have this level of corruption index in the country and expect judicious use of resources. And that's why people are saying that, look, are there ways we can really address the suffering of the people? Not necessarily expecting that more money is in the hands of our political class will translate to better lives for the people. And that's what the story has just simply said, that, look, we're looking for all of these monies. And the government is, when they come up with this conversation, there's no other thing we can do. This is the best thing we can do. If you don't remove subsidy, the country would have collapsed. Now that we remove subsidy, is the country not collapsing? And why is it collapsing after we have removed subsidy? Because it was like it was going to be El Dorado. Oh, just remove subsidy and there will not be enough money for us to really now do real work and develop the country. What is the level of development we have seen now? Although people will say it's too early, it's darkest before dawn. But sometimes there are some dark tunnels you get into. You just get lost completely in it.
You can don't even see anything.
You-
But then, don't you think maybe we should push more for, this separation, removing the local government from the APROM string of the state government? There has to be something. Is there no veto power of any kind that can be invoked?
No, it has to be constitutional amendment. It's about amending the constitution, and that's why well-meaning Nigerians that should know, lawyers, legal luminaries are all saying that, look, we run a structure that is not going to engender any development. We need to restructure the country. Number one, to allow for efficient, effective federating units. Look, the local government is created in a federating system or in the federal system of government for a reason, because they are the closest to the people.
Yeah, grassroots.
They are supposed to be the one. And look, apart from the fact that they are even cornering and taking all their monies, even the things that are supposed to be domiciled at the local level, the states have taken it because of the revenue attached to those things. They've taken everything. So, and that's why some of them don't even conduct local government election.
Just handpick.
They just choose people there to take it, caretaker committee to take over, because they know that at that level nothing is happening. And to now make matters worse, we now say local government elections should be conducted by state independent electoral commissions, and that's why the state governors, because they are now in charge of who they appoint as the SEC chairman or women, and they take over the elections in that place. And so local government elections have become a joke, a complete joke. So as it is, we don't even have real people at the local level. What you have are people who are political stooges, political patrons. They are just the local government. Look, the real people. It's difficult to find quality people running our local governments now, because of the way that level of government has been completely ridiculed. You hardly find, and that's why when you go to a local government, the place is filled up with touts, with all manner of development at the local level. Look, this is the same structure that countries are running that is working for them. Why is it difficult here? And then the last thing is that we need to look at corruption, Sage.
Right.
And tackling corruption also goes into our electoral process. Until we have an electoral process, know that there's an electoral process we can get into and take over power, nothing will change. They are braining, they are thinking everything. But when they look at the electoral process, they just stay away. You want this idea of one man, one vote. It's not going to work. That's why in some societies you have what is called a weighted vote in a democracy. So until we also reform that part of it, where we
let's talk about the economic crisis and
the land, and honestly, to be extremely difficult for. In fact, that's almost the consensus out there. Atiku Abubakar said the same thing too. That look, if they are confused, he said they should seek out to want to argue that they are confused about some of these things. Look, blue ocean economy, the former governor of Osun State. Have you heard anything from that man?
And even when they started to separate these things, and they were putting people that they have degrees in one something and they are in charge of one.
Have you heard anything from that man? Statement by performance to show that they are not confused Nigerians.
Well, about the amount of money that has been going to the state, the lives of the people have not become better at all. And we're asking questions. Don't you think we start the local government? Also, how well has the money to the government helped the people? Or do you even believe in your heart of heart that these monies are going to in any way influence the life of the people? And also the position of the Labour Party that the federal government needs help and they should swallow their pride and ask for help so that they're able to very rapidly fix the problems that we're dealing with in the country. Do you agree with the Labour Party that this administration needs help? And is it time for the federal government to truly swallow their pride and ask for people to help them? And also, do you just think we need to give the government time? 8 months is not enough to do an appraisal of their capability in government. Those are the two stories for conversation this morning. 0913 6000 410 is the phone line. For WhatsApp and text messages, you can reach us 0913 6000 430. You can also reach us via our streaming platform, Facebook and YouTube, Mainland 98.3 FM on both platforms. Use the chat option available on those streaming platforms and we will read your messages. Let's go to the phone line, Money, and the second one with the Labour Party saying the federal government needs help. Our first call for today, good morning to you.
I greet you, sir.
I greet you too. Good morning, Mr. Kamilina.
You do hear when Fᴜᴜᴜ said, I think it was yesterday or day before yesterday, that Nigerians enjoy the lowest cost of living in Africa.
Yeah.
We talked about it yesterday. That was unfortunate, really.
Mainland Focus.
That's what the man said. So if these people that are around the president are giving him back, and these are the things that feed to the president every time. That's what they were telling Buhari that, oh, Nigeria is doing well. Nigeria is doing well. Now while the country was sliding, they have started again with this person. Imagine. Nigerians enjoy the lowest cost of living in Africa. How? When people are protesting everywhere.
Completely ridiculous.
It started in the north. It has not happened like that. I think the cost of bread that one government in one other country, I don't even know it. I'm sure for what you know it. It's estimated. They increased the price of bread and that government went down. And people are here telling me that Nigeria enjoys it. How? The price is now 7,000. Did you hear that?
Yes, of course.
And then they said, what? From 5,000 just jumped to 7,000. How? But they come and tell us that the things are getting better. Things will get better. When? Give us the timeline.
Thank you.
Until 4 years we finish, this drama will continue going south. Yeah, don't tell.
Thank you.
I'm trying to see how I can go out of this country.
So where? You are not going anywhere. Wants to run away.
Thank you very much. But please, it's not open mic, okay?
Yes,
let's stick to the
focused,
story. We have specific aspect of the economy that we're addressing, and this is regards the monies that are being given to the state government. Why is it that the people are not benefiting for this increase in allocation to the state government? That's what we're asking you about. And also the Labour Party saying the federal government look like they need help, and maybe they need to start asking for this help. These are the two stories that we are looking at on Mainland Focus today. So please try and stay on focus. Thank you very much. 0913 6000 410. Hello.
Hello.
Yes, good morning to you.
Yes, good morning. Mama. Happy New Year. This will be coming from Ikeja.
Where have you been, Ovi?
I've been in the East for what?
Hey, yeah. You're welcome.
Just for my mental health. I don't listen to it. I just, no radio, no nothing. I just stay.
Okay, but you are back.
I came back to meet Wahala again. Fᴏᴜ voice. When I hear Sage and Fᴏᴜ voice, my heart,
It's not Wahala. You just the papers.
Yeah, Fᴏᴜ, you see, what you did for the first topic, let me just use one example to address my point. And I'm in Enugu State. The governor gave legislators 109 billion to buy SUV.
The governor.
So what do you think? Yes.
Imagine.
Think. All you subsidy. The governors are quiet now because enough allocation.
No, more money is going to them. They are happy now.
They're not complaining. Detriment. When we're saying something, they would have left the subsidy for us. So, at least all this increase, all this rise in high cost of goods and services would have been there. Rather, they're the ones enjoying the money now. They are sharing 2 billion. What is 2 billion to 10 million people? How much will they get? What? How much is that with the way the naira has fallen seriously? What? I don't want to talk about Nigerian matter. I don't let me get myself stressed up. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you very much for calling. We appreciate you. Hello.
Hello. Good morning.
Yes, morning to you, sir.
Yeah. This is Victor calling. Hello, sir.
All right.
Yeah,
You're welcome.
Now, on the issues of it's interesting to know that even if all of these governments, they get 12 trillion naira each every month, what they will do is to widen their test and their business, and reason to steal this money more for their own personal gains. Unfortunately, the man up there is not ready to fight any form of corruption or whatsoever, because everything about him is party. The moment they know anybody that is connected to anybody. See what Alake said the other time. He said there are some people that are strong. It is strong people that are stealing the resources of this country. You see, that is to tell you that, look, we can no longer hear him. The Baba must have called him and said, shut up. And don't you know this person who sponsored during this money? At this point, it's not just ready to fight any enemy of this country. Someone came out and said he has to take tough decisions. Before that person came out and made such statements, that look, he must have seen a lot. And the body language of this man is that he's not ready to fight anything. And this is the situation that we have found ourselves. The moment this man starts to take tough decisions, then that's when this country will start getting set. Now, on the issue of the local government and the state,
government.
Sorry?
The state, yes, the local and state government.
Exactly, the state government and down to the you have to say back on Olomashori. all of these people, I tell you, the dogs that are in charge, those guys would have loved to work. As a matter of fact, when we're growing up, they will come into the streets and power the streets and see development. Nothing. We are not seeing anything again. So they just go and structure the beautiful major roads, especially those ones that their oppositions are so good. That's where they go and fix so that they can think that they are working. We don't get anything. It's an entire shape.
Thank you for calling. Hello.
Hello.
Yes, good morning to you, sir. Please turn down the volume on your radio.
Good morning.
I'm fine, thank you, Pastor Ambrose.
Well, good morning.
Good morning, Pastor Ambrose.
We can only give God the glory. We're still alive.
Yes, sir.
You are talking about the allocation has tripled. When Mr. President came in, he told us, he said, whatever resources that is gotten from fuel subsidy is gone. We'll be used to,
better the lives of the people.
Yes, strengthening the state and all of that. But what are we seeing now? The more money they give to them, the more they relax. Just like the last caller said, since when did you see them tarring streets? Since when did you see them fixing street lights in Lagos? After the era of Fashola, the local government chairman, they collect now, when you go there, when they collect their monthly whatever allocation, they share it among themselves and politicians. They are no longer doing anything. Before this president came in, I think I said it on this radio station, that there is no president that can be worse than, the former president. But this president is beating his record. I'm telling you the truth. In every area, how can people kidnap? Do you know last time my daughter wanted to enroll for JAM? They said she must go and get her birth certificate. I spent money. Thereafter, I got her name. Yeah, people want to do the normal thing. They will strike them in this country. People want to do illegal things. They will do everything and they will go scot-free. Nobody to question them. So it's a crime now for you to choose to live normal in Nigeria. So this grant that they are giving to them, I'm telling you, come to Ogun State, come to Mowe, that you won't see any single development.
Thank you, Pastor.
And they are collecting money. What are they using the money for?
Thank you.
I don't know.
Thank you very much. We appreciate you. Hello.
Hello?
Yes, morning to you.
Good morning, Mr. Ford. Good morning. My name is Samuel. I'm calling you from Ikeja.
All right, good morning, Samuel.
Yes. Mr. Ford, this morning, this case, the case of this Nigerian government, is a case of a man that has so many children. You understand? And the children are hungry. You understand? And people are telling them from outside that but your father is rich now. Your father has so much money. And
the children are starving at home.
Yes, that is the situation of this country. And you were talking about the former governor of Osun State. Mr. Fuad, you will not hear anything from them because most of the ministers in this present government, they appointed them based on the compensation. He lost an election in Osun State, so he was compensated not to come and do any work. The same thing happened in Zamfara, Matawali, that is the Minister of Defense now. How was the security situation in the Zamfara? If a president that has a plan, how can you appoint such person to be a Minister of Defense in this country? Somebody that even the bandits were ravaging everywhere in the state, and now you are appointing him as a minister. So, what do you expect? That is the situation that we found. Half of the ministers in this present government, they will pick based on compensation, not for them to come and work. And you will never hear any good thing from them. That is the truth. So, now you are telling us now that the federal government are making so much money and they are sharing money. And what is the standard of living in this country presently? The high cost of things. Can you imagine that somebody in my lifetime, I will not even believe it, that somebody will use 100 naira to buy 4 pieces of sachet water in this country?
Thank you very much for calling, sir.
Is it how we are going to continue?
Thank you. Have a lovely day. We're going to Facebook now. We're streaming live, as I told you earlier in the show. We're streaming live on Facebook and on YouTube, so you can join us and leave your messages on there as well. Basil Chika has left us a message on Facebook, and he reads, "The truth of the matter is that the money these governors are getting is not followed to the letter to make sure it's channeled to where it's supposed to, and they have succeeded in killing the local governments to make sure that even the money that ought to go to those tires has stopped on their desk, and that has made them even more powerful than the president." Chika Bende from Trade Fair has sent that particular message via Facebook. You can also go to Facebook or YouTube and send us your messages if you would like to contribute but do not have or unable to join us via the phone line. Issa Benjamin on Facebook also said, "Good morning, Mainland FM crew. It's no longer hate speech to say that the government is just out to make more money for the politicians and to share amongst themselves at the expense of the suffering of Nigerians, and that leads to protect the Niger State, the protest," I think that's what you want to write,
Niger State,
in
yeah.
Niger State yesterday, "which will soon spread to other states if an urgent step is not taken by the Tinubu-led government. Can someone tell me just one of the policy of the Tinubu administration that is people-friendly?" Benjamin from Shogule. We have here Olumuyiwa saying, "Good morning, Mainland FM. On today's focus, if the government share 10 trillion naira monthly, nothing significant will change in the economy because of corruption, and we're not willing to address it. When local governments were independent, most chairmen and councillors made people realize that there's money in politics based on their lavish spending. Let us restructure and discuss corruption as our common enemy, and let Mr. President know that he cannot build an economy by removing subsidy from the poor and raising taxes. There's a time for all that. Taxes do not grow the economy, production does. The poor must perish for a nation to the nation to develop." Muyiwa from Abuja. Thank
Well
you,
put,
Muyiwa.
Muyiwa.
Yes. James Ogbona says, "Sage and distinguished Fᴜʟᴜ, I greet you frantically. Mr. Fᴜʟᴜ, first of all, let me say that the NLC does not know the kind of things they should be going on strike for. NLC only goes on strike when salary or money is involved. Why can't there be non-stop massive protest and a demand for local government autonomy? Why can't the NLC lead Nigerians on a non-stop nationwide protest to force the prices of food to go down? Mr. Fᴜʟᴜ, what has been the benefit of subsidy removal to the ordinary Nigerian? I think the biggest beneficiary is the government.
The political class, yeah.
You'd wonder why the monies to the state that they're receiving is not helping to better the lives of the citizens. The only way to explain this is to agree that both the state and the federal government are confused, and like wildfire in Harmattan season, the Mina protest may spread." James Ogbona from Oshodi. Yeah, those are the messages on Facebook, so you can also join us on our Facebook platform where we're streaming the show and drop your submission on there as well. I'll take a few phone calls, and then after like 4 or 5 phone calls, we go to WhatsApp so that we can take messages on that platform as well. Remember, you have just 2 minutes for your submission. Hello.
Good morning.
Yes, good morning, sir.
Good morning. I want to contribute. What is happening in Nigeria now?
Please tell us your name, sir. Tell us your name and where you're calling from, please.
I'm calling from Water.
What's your name? Your name, sir?
My name is Chooks.
Chooks.
Okay.
Go ahead, sir.
Yes. So what is going on in Nigeria now is good for the us. So next time.
Thank you very much for your call. We appreciate you.
Can't be lamented.
Hello, good morning to you.
Hello, good morning.
Yeah,
Good morning.
Yes.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning. Good morning. We can hear you.
Okay, good morning, sir.
Morning, sir.
My name is Malam Salau.
Yeah, Malam Salau. Good morning.
Good morning, sir. Sir, please, why is our president, please? Oga.
Well,
Why is
our president.
Why is our president?
This is in France. Still in France. At least.
Is in France on what? Is it on that private visit?
Yes, private visit.
Private visit.
Oga forward. We are in a very big problem. You know why?
Why?
I called you some time ago during political
roundtable. Yes.
And I've told you that my people, they are farmers, right?
Yes.
They can't farm now. We lost millions of our if not billions. You know why?
Why?
The rice has reached a certain level before, during the rice season. You know, dry season started farming dry season around March, April. May, June is the time of harvest. Before the coming of this president, we do buy fuel at the rate of 250 naira, 300 black market. That is what I've told you. The time he made that pronouncement that subsidy has been, the price of fuel jumped into 900 to 950 naira. I've told you that, Adi.
Yes, you did.
A liter. That is how we lost our crops, because we don't have that power, that purchasing power
to fuel all of those things. Yeah.
to fuel our crops. Now you heard that there was a protest in Kano
And in Niger.
yesterday in
Niger State
Niger.
too.
It's very unfortunate. Even the time of civil war, the northern Nigeria has never experienced hunger. The land is there. People are no longer farming. Why? Because they buy fertilizer. Even at that time, as at last year, the bag of urea and NPK is about 30,000, 35,000 naira. Now it's more than 50,000 naira, almost 70,000 per bag.
Thank you very much.
You get me? No, please, I'm calling.
Forgive us for
My
one
fear,
more minute. Yeah.
my fear is this. By the time northern Nigeria, you know our people, they are so bad in terms of protest. Some hoodlums will hijack this protest and the country will be on flip. That is my fear. Thank you.
All right.
Thank
Bye-bye.
you very much for calling.
Yes.
We appreciate you. Okay. Hello.
Hello, good morning, ma'am.
Good morning to you.
Thank you so much. Mr. Fab, good morning. You're speaking from Matowo.
Good morning.
Right.
Yeah, thank you, sir. Sorry for where I did because you know it's too much about it. Let me just show the point. For me personally, I don't believe in government. No matter any money they give the governor or this and that, we need people that will be very responsible. Until I see common people enjoy. Paparazzi they are doing, they are tired of their work. I don't, the idea is not working every day. People are suffering. Like for example, I left Adekiti, I'm not from Adekiti, but I left Adekiti, come to Lagos because of the work. And there's no matter any money they give them in Adekiti, they are saying, no road in Adekiti, no anything. Until we are holding them responsible. All the money they are giving them, I want some go. To hold them together and they be challenging the government. The money they give all the 60 local governments in Ekiti, let us know the way we are spending it. No road in Ekiti. If you go to Ekiti, people are ready to do farm. But no security, no anything. I'm in Lagos now, I'm enjoying myself. I know the way people are attacking me every day. I'm tired of everything. Until things are working, we need to hold these people responsible. For me, I don't believe it. In fact, I don't believe in APC, PDP anymore. We need another league government that makes things run. They are tired. See the way people are complaining. See the way people are. We see what is happening in Kano everywhere now.
Thank you very
In
much.
fact, people, God cannot come from the heaven. We and therefore neighbor. Let me tell you something. Neighbor, sit down for now.
Thank you very much. We appreciate you for your
Thank you,
call.
Mr. Tunde.
This is still Mainland Focus on Mainland 98.3 FM, the sound of Lagos. We're having conversations about allocation to the state government and how it's not reflecting in the quality of life of the citizenry of these different states. Also, we're talking about the Labour Party advising the federal government to ask for help if they are bereft of ideas of how to manage the country. They're offering to help the government if they would just ask for the help. So we're saying, do you agree with the Labour Party that truly this administration is unaware of the next steps to take in addressing the plethora of issues that we're dealing with right now? And should the government just be given more time? And it's not like they are incapable, they just need time to really exert their presence. Those are the questions we're asking you. 0913-6000-410 is the phone line. For WhatsApp and text messages, 0913-6000-430. We're streaming live on Facebook and YouTube. Mainland 98.3 FM is how you find us on those platforms. Back to the phones now. Hello.
Hello, what?
Morning, Mr. John.
Yes, Labour is absolutely right about saying that the government is bereft of ideas. So let me say clueless. Honestly, because when you look at the things, the parameters, everything points towards the fact that this government, all from time now, from the not been able to provide solutions to most of the problems we are having now. Is it security? Is it escalation of food prices? Is it inflation? Is it on health issues? Is it on productive sector? What are you there?
I'm with you. I'm listening to you.
I'm John from Oba. So the issue remains that they lack, and if they can include labor in their thinking corner or whatever way they want to call it, let them throw away shame. Are you with me?
I'm with you.
Okay, it's very simple because at the end of the day, what will happen? They will not be able to contain it because people are really suffering. Honestly, this is not laughing matter. It's really serious now. They should do the needful. Good morning.
Good morning. Thank you very much for your call. We appreciate you. Hello.
To you, Sage. Morning to you, throughout.
Good morning.
Morning, sir.
God bless you, my dear.
Yes, sir.
The money is being given to the governors. It is a problem, general headed problem. When they see one power assets, you don't expect them to know to think so much on how to spend it. All politicians think along kind of how to win the next election. That is where they channel the money. But some states are doing better. Not all of them. Some states are taking care of their civil servants. Some of them are focusing on building roads. And some are just eating like curry for. Let me put it down. Let me put it down. You know what I mean? They are not doing anything. But when the head is bad, you don't head at the end of a fish is bad. You don't expect anything better from the pill or the body. That's what we are. Because when they see lavish spending at the top, when they see people allocating so much money to themselves to do something that you cannot even ever think of, that is why you see them, the governors also move around doing whatever they like. That is the reason you see what they are doing. Concerning the suggestion of labor, I'm just saying to the gallery, they are not the only people to advise the government. The one said during the birthday of 𝐴ᴏᴜᴜ that let Mr. President ask for help for Nigerians. We have the former head of state that paid our to the gallery like we have done the NPP, NPN kind. When UPN was, they are just, it's not only labor that can do the best. We have people that can advise the government of the day.
Thank you very much, Engineer Nii.
Thank you so much, Engineer
Nii, for your call. Now, let's do WhatsApp for a little bit before we go back to taking phone calls. We have on WhatsApp, good morning, I'm Sam from Magodo. It's not about the states getting more money. It's about what they're doing with the money. How have these monies made an impact in the life of Nigerians? Until we start seeing changes in the lives of people, that is when we know that these funds are impacting the lives of Nigerians. Thank you very much, Sam, for your message. We have other messages here on WhatsApp. We have good morning Mainland Radio. First, the local government chairmen are following the footsteps of the state and federal by underperforming. Go and look at all the bad roads in Festac town. Secondly, the federal government needs help to solve the security problems affecting the country. I can help the federal government of Nigeria deal with corruption and solve the problem of insecurity, which is plaguing us in Nigeria. I am Adeleye in Festac Extension. Okay, Adeleye, maybe pitch your ideas to the government. You never can tell. Thank you very much. We have here, good morning, Sage. It's such a pity that, okay. Therefore, Fagwa, thank you very much. We appreciate you.
that is so consistent.
The first paragraph just
on sending a message you're carried on radio.
I'm just
and he's so consistent about
it.
Regardless, an interesting
he uses pseudonyms now, different names, but you can tell from the method of writing that is Dio from Fagwa.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, thank you so much. We appreciate your consistency. You're like my best friend. We have here, good morning, mainland crew. Observably, Naira goes against the FX rate, and it has gone to the moon since more money is being shared among the tires of government, and the people keep getting poorer due to the removal of fuel subsidy. And going by Mr. President's antecedent in Lagos State, nothing would necessarily change as long as he's in charge of the country. Wale from Ifako. Okay, that's your opinion. We appreciate you. We have another one here. It appears that these people who call themselves leaders do not know how to manage the country. Listening to the Niger State governor on the protest, as well as WIKE, their responses a few days ago about the security palaver, I feel sorry for this country. And maybe someone should tell Mrs. Tinubu that explanation like the ones she's attempting to make about the harsh economic condition is not entering our ears because of hunger and hopelessness which is written on the people. They should think of something else to say. Nigerians, I'm sorry. Steve from Ijaniki. Thank you very much, Steve, for your message. We have a Bilade Ambo from Badagry who says the economic hardship in Nigeria today is a direct result of two government policies. First, the removal of petrol subsidies, and secondly, the floating of the naira. The reversal of these policies will be immediate solution to the biting economic hardship. I want to speak on subsidy removal. Why can't Nigerians enjoy the benefit of being a major oil producing country? I'm saying this because of the huge impact petrol subsidy removal have had on the cost of living. I cannot live on the bank of a river and wash my hands with spittle. Thank you very much, Ebide, for your message. But if I want to take out something he said, he says that the reversal of these policies might be the solution. But wouldn't you say that the attempt to reverse these policies might even have worse consequences?
I think we have gone too far into it, and to now reverse it is going to be a problem. Yeah.
So I don't think reversal is the ultimate solution. Let me take one more before I go to the phone line, because we have quite a lot. We have this message here. It says, good morning, Madam Sage. The dwindling economic situation and its attendant high cost of living is a result of incompetence, corruption, and lack of political will to deal with the culprits. Political patronage should not be the yardstick to get people in government. Most of the leaders lack knowledge on their job descriptions and even the terrain and dynamics of the system. Noah from Igondo sent that one. Thank you very much, Noah. Hello.
What? So a quick one, John from Oba.
Okay.
If Yoruba has an adage, somebody let you talk or talk let you do pa. I think Yoruba is Saloni Abi. Support the Carlo demotion. Why is somebody telling me that the labor is playing to the gallery? This is the problem we're having in Nigeria. That you do not include people that are competent. You don't bring competent out on board. And you keep playing to the gallery by yourself. Good morning.
Thank you very much.
Everyone is entitled to their own opinion. That's the beauty of the show. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Yes, morning to you, sir. Your name?
Good morning, Mr. Fad.
Morning, sir.
I'm calling from Command.
All right, sir.
I think I've already said this on this platform before. I said Nigerians should wake up. Now I can see that some people are waking up. If it's by peaceful protest or by any other means, people should wake up and ask for the rights of this nation. They are taking us for a ride, and it's too much. All only share and more poverty in the land. That is the irony of the matter. I've never seen that kind of thing in the whole world. That the political arm is rich, and the common masses are extremely in poverty. Extreme poverty. Imagine another good man begging for a makara. Another good man. That's the level of poverty. Sir, please don't give me money. Please buy me 1 lamp of paper. That is abject poverty. For crying out loud, and you see some people moving out in the SUV that is worth 200 million naira, and someone cannot buy a wrap of about 200 naira. What annoying me? And we expect that people will not react one day. And when they not react, so it's always very dangerous. And it spreads very fast. And that is what we are saying to everybody. People will react one day. And when the reaction happens, we not tag them as rebellion. I not tag them as what? This is what we are saying. Let Nigerians wake up. Even by peaceful protest, let's come out en masse and say capital rejection to all this nonsense. The best thing that will happen, I like to support that man. The best thing that will happen, that will be a fast relief of this thing, is to reverse that to policy that has given us a whole lot of headache, and sit back at the drawing board, draw it better, and later introduce it when you have think it well. The two policies was not said well, was not even planned before they just brought it up. So let them reverse it. Let calmness return to the nation. Then think of when best to return it to play. Thank you.
Thank you very much for calling.
Thank you, me from Command. Yeah.
Hello.
Sage, good morning.
Yes, good morning to you.
Good morning.
Good morning, Don Peters.
Yes, Don Peters is my name. What? I can never speak from both sides of my mouth. I'm consistent in what I'm preaching on radio. When these people are conversing to come into power, I told Nigeria who cares to listen. These people want to grab power for power's sake, not to better the life of anybody. And they have not proved me wrong. Labor is quite on course. These people should just quietly come, seek for help with a lot of apologies. That is just the way to go. They should begin to look for help from where they can get help, so that
Nigerians can get out of this quagmire that they have pushed us into. I know it, and I'm convinced in my spirit and in everything in me that these people are going for power, just for power's sake, nothing more than that. To sink people more into poverty. That is why I was one of the people championing. Do not allow these people to get to power again. Because I have been in their party. I was a card-carrying member of APC and CPC. Okay? Until when I find out that I was keeping a bad company, that is when I left the party. And I have been championing it. If you leave these people from now till 50 years' time, they are not going to impact this country positively in any way. So they should begin to right now look for solutions and for help with a lot of apologies to Nigeria. So I am supporting Labour so that we can stop all the suffering that we are going into. I know that in your studio right now we don't have light. In my establishment I don't have light. There's no power anywhere. What can you tell me that have bettered the life of Nigerians with ever since they come into power? Just share money for more politicians and nothing more than that. Please, they should seek for help, as Labour have suggested. I think I'm on course with them.
Right,
thank you.
Thank you very much.
We need to say Labour Party.
Yeah, it's the Labour Party. It's
not
not the
NLC.
NLC. It's the Labour Party. Hello.
Hello.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning, sir.
A very good morning to you, Mr. Fuad.
Good morning, Prince Wise.
Good morning to you, Lady Sage.
Good morning, sir.
God bless you all of best of management.
Amen.
My name still remains Prince Wise. Calling you from Abulado.
All right, sir.
Now, the advice of Labour Party is on target. Their right as opposition is to prepare the ruling party. What they were saying, they say they should seek for help if they have no idea. But the party is further. Then they say they don't have idea. If you like your country, someone is governing and not doing right, you have to give them your own opinion at 5 years. You have to do this way, you have to better done it. I believe for president in this country, you just talk and talk. But I don't want to talk. The National Assembly was by SPU. 160. The opposition, they have legislators in the House of Reps, they don't tell their members to get it. So they are just opposition on the great opening paper. For me, I want to write solution for Mr. President. The money given to the state is being cornered by the governors. The money, a little money was given to local government. So if we do as it is now, it is better to scrap local government instead of wasting money for election. They have responsibility council, they must pay their salary, the chairman of the council, the vice chairman, all those who they are taking money. If you know you can't give them money to develop their local, if they have scrapping that to waste money for election, that's for the local government. And Mr. President today, I want you to go on the governor and let them see that the right table and the ones give special attention to importation of rice to this country.
Thank you,
If they brought it to Nigeria, take it to local government, have a spot where they will be selling at a control price.
Thank you.
Before our get off.
Thank you very much, Prince Wise. We appreciate you. Please let's stick to the 2 minutes allotted so that we can have more people call in and contribute. We're back to Facebook now. On Otoye Temi where Michael says there's an adage that says Ojutio ba.
I'll help you, don't worry.
I'm sorry. Oh yeah, that's like, okay, yes, that's the proverb. But then
do you understand what that means?
I have no idea. But then the message proceeds and says, I would like to ask what are the benefits of the removal of fuel subsidy, which has turned Nigerians into serious poverty-stricken people. What logic is in generating more revenue that would be looted as there's nothing to show for it? I was shocked when the Senate was advising customs on how to generate more money. Do you know that the implication is more suffering and businesses folding up? I'm sure Nigerians have not seen anything until the fuel pump prices increased again. The president should please seek help. Tony on Facebook says, good morning Mainland FM and Sage Babalola and my ever dynamic 𝐴̀bùẹ̀lẹ̀ Fuad. Whatever this means. Good morning. I agree with the Labour Party. In APC, we proudly practice kakistocracy, and with all the money that accrues to the government after the removal of fuel subsidy with nothing to show for it, we have added plutocracy to the game. Fuad, look up the word kakistocracy and you would believe what I mean.
I'll check it.
Nigeria. Okay. Thank you very much. Patrick here says, okay, I can't read it out, but thank you very much. Prince Leo Ozoma says, good morning, Sage and Fuad. For the topics we are focusing on this morning, Nigerians will start to question the funds allocated to the local government if they are granted full autonomy. Otherwise, what the governors do is to give them allowances to pay salaries, do cottages, boreholes and things like that,
keep the rest
which
for
will
themselves.
equally be monitored by the same governors. For Labour Party's advice to the ruling party, they will not listen because they already have started politicizing it and describing the advice coming from them as advice from bad losers. Finally, you can't give what you don't have. Let's wait for the next 4 years. Leo Ozoma from Isolo, Lagos. Thank you very much, Leo, for your message. Let's go back to taking phone calls. Hello. Hello.
Hello, Sister Sandra. Good morning, ma.
Good morning to you, sir.
Brother, how is it today?
Good morning, sir.
So my name is Pastor Joseph Okiwa from Orilegomu.
All right.
So do you remember when before the election, witches and wizards vowed that they are going to vote a man?
I can't remember that. I don't know.
Oh, you can't remember? Okay, as Nigeria, witches and wizards of this nation, Nigeria, vowed they are going to vote for a man. And the same thing the Bible tells me in Proverbs. We say if the right is authority, people rejoice. But if the wicked are in authority, people mourn. So Nigeria has to think, how can witches and wizards take over Nigeria? And you say Nigeria...
You see, I don't like talking about witches and wizards.
I don't even understand the correlation. I don't know what story specifically you are addressing. So if you want
about monies for the state governors or the Labour Party.
If you want to pick a story on the monies allocated to the state governors and also the assistance to the federal government, by all means call back. But I really don't know how to reconcile your perspective with.
You're afraid of witches and wizards.
I don't understand how it relates. That's all.
But you know about witches and wizards?
I have no idea.
Okay.
We don't know about it in London, where I come from.
All right.
Let's take other phone calls. Hello. Hello.
Good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Yes.
Yeah.
Tell us your name.
This is Shege.
Okay.
Hello?
Shege from where?
Shege from Alahausa.
All right, sir.
Now, what we just want from this man, because it doesn't seem like he's ready to fix anything. We just want him to... What? I don't like it when you say we have gone too deep into it that we cannot restore back the fuel subsidy.
Okay.
If they cannot restore back the fuel subsidy,
yes.
Let them cool down on this, their tax of the thing. Because you increase the tax and things get tighter. The supplier, the producers take it out on the masses. See, we're the ones paying the tax. This is really bad. Don't tell us that it is too late to go back or to renege on the...
You know what, Shege, yes. And let me just explain that before you know.
Okay.
You see, the problem again is that... Look,
what about subsidizing the food?
Well,
food.
You see, the problem is...
I am telling you, the public transport subsidy is a scam. That's not...
We don't have a structure. It's not going to work. That's the problem.
The food, the tax. Reduce the taxes
thing.
you are collecting. Reduce the taxes you are collecting from the people or from the companies.
The government is looking...
We challenge the companies ourselves.
You know what, Shege? This is the government that is looking for money.
And they've said it that, they intend to diversify the economy and not rely on crude oil revenue.
So you should understand what I mean. Like, look, where are we turning back to? We've gone deeper into the tunnel. It's not even advisable to now say you want, because where are you going back to?
And
it's all locked up.
They say it's not subsidy, it's intervention. They're still intervening.
But the reality is that something is happening already
with the price of fuel and
so I think Shege should understand where I'm coming from, and the fact that look, we are in all of this together. I'm not trying to be a bit insensitive to the plight of the people.
Well, the truth is the truth, unfortunately. On WhatsApp, we have, good morning, Sage and Fuad. This is Godwin from Ilasa. This government does not only need assistance, but it's time for good, meaning Nigerians to come together to find a way of rescuing this country from them. Fuad, if Nigeria is a company and the leadership is an employee, can any CEO tolerate them for a month? To be sincere, this particular administration represents an employee who got employed with Nigeria is ours and we must stop them. On radio, we have here Kayode from Ikotu. I appreciate you. I'll just go to the phones now. Hello.
Hello.
Yeah, good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning. This is Balogun from Ikoju.
All right, sir.
Yeah, good morning. This situation you people are discussing this morning is important to every Nigerian. And I will tell you, if you ask me, that people should give government advice of running this country well, I will tell you that is no need, because they know how to run their own personal business. Government is making money. All of even the ordinary chairman of local government are richer than many African country presidents. Go and look at them. All their family are not in Nigeria. How are we going to resolve our problem, we masses? It's like they have become our boss now. And it's like we are a stranger in our land. Look at us. We complain, talk solutions, give them advice. They will not follow it. So what will we do? Thank you.
Thank you very much for your call. We appreciate you. Hello. Hello. Hello.
Good morning.
Good morning to you, sir.
Good morning, Fad.
Morning, sir.
I'm calling from Kushoke.
All right, sir.
All right, go ahead.
Yeah, I'm looking at this problem from another angle. If you remember, during Obasanjo time, there is one program that FRCN used to, present like almost every end of the month. They call it the President Explain.
Presidential media chat here.
Yes, because what I am suggesting is that our president must be hiring advising from Nigerians at the bottom level, not only from those government officials. Because what normally used to happen, these government officials used to lie to the leaders. They used to lie to them, they used to deceive them, and they did not allow them to hear directly from the common man. So as far as their own life is going well, they think every Nigerian life is going very well, and things are not going well at all. But these top officials, they don't even know the situation on ground at all. So I think Mr. President has to consider to revise that program of Obasanjo, in which he has to have chat with Nigerians, to listen to Nigerians. Because some people, I met a very change man who is telling me that if the federal government are serious to order the hiking of dollar price, they can do it. And they allow bank to exchange the dollars. If they can even give some part of the dollars to the Bureau change, let's say every Bureau change can collect like $20,000 to $30,000 in a week. He said before you realize, the dollar will just begin to come down by itself.
Thank you, Saini.
So sometimes those big names, those big economics around the president have even no idea on how to solve all these problems.
Thank you very much.
So I think the president should explain it to the ordinary citizen.
Right. Thank you very much for your advice. We appreciate you. Hopefully the relevant authorities are listening. I'm going to now round things off with messages we've gotten via our streaming platform, Facebook specifically. We have Murphy Oji here saying it's too early for President Tinubu and his crew to run ideas after preparing for more than 20 years to be president. Maybe he's preparing for the next election instead of governance. Okay, thank you very much for your message. We appreciate you. I think that's about it for Facebook. Now let's go to the WhatsApp platform. Kayode from Ikotu. Sage and Fuad, good morning. It's clear that President Bola Tinubu has good and great vision for states by cancelling the fuel subsidy. Imagine what the states are collecting now for their allocation due to the removal of fuel subsidy. It is better for everyone to shift their grievance to the state government and not the federal. individual. Similarly, the Labour Party's call to federal government is just another political hangover. They should listen to Deloitte's audit report and the CBN governor's interview with Arise TV. So sorry that CBN under Emefiele really did a lot of damage to FX. Imagine how much commercial banks locked up and how $2.5 billion is nowhere to be found. Clarity from Ikotu, thank you very much. We appreciate you. We have here, good morning, Mainland FM. I think what the government needs to do now is to practice what we preach: equal right and justice for peace to reign in the country. Criminals, cabals, kidnappers, corruption, and the rest. Who are they? Are they spirits? OJ from Aja sends that particular message. We have another one here. Sage and Fuad, good morning. This government has never been short of good policies and ideas, but our current reality and demand for good life seems to be in conflict with their selfish interest. Owen from Lagos. Thank you very much, Owen. Finally, we have here, good morning to you all. I'm Pastor Sunday from Magoro. This is my submission on the matter. If there is no such allocation to states, what will all the state governors and their entourage members use to move around when the president is paying a visit to any state in the country? You cannot expect the president to touch the hands that are feeding him when he's on a state visit. Local government will continue to remain as it is until we bring back the 1963 constitution. Okay. Thank you very much for your messages. I don't think I'll be able to read the rest of the messages that we have. They're quite much, but then we appreciate you for at least wanting to reach out to us. Those that streamed on Facebook, thank you so very much. We cannot take any more phone calls. We're going to go on a commercial break. We'll be back at 10 a.m. for Global View. In the same manner that we have addressed national issue, we also like to keep you up to speed with the politics and the policies, amongst other things, that is happening in countries beyond Nigeria and ultimately Africa. Thank you so very much for your participation.
Thank you for having me, Sage.
Yes, my name is Sage Babalola. The Morning Express continues on the Sound of Lagos Mainland 98.3 FM. Don't go anywhere, as we'll be back by 10 a.m. for Global View.
Follow us on all our social media platforms.